What's up YouTube, Michelle here, and in this video we'll be talking about coping with Christmas, and all the negative connotations that people have about Christmas, about being alone, about having dark nights, bad memories, etc. And for people with mental health problems already, this can be too tough, I made this video to try and, help people that are feeling alone at Christmas, to really, make it a bit more positive for people. It's packed with, some advice. I hope it helps, and it's coming up. So, I usually start off my videos with a very personal approach, and by the way, sorry about the shitty video quality. I'm using a different laptop for this, so please bear with me. So yeah, Christmas for me is a very hard time, but the way I personally get through it, I don't really build Christmas up to be a massive thing. I just view it as another day, to get on with it, and it's just another day. And I think by, just viewing it as another day has helped me really move forward, because instead of building it up to be this massive thing, in my mind it's not a special occasion, so I can just, fly through it with no negative emotions. And that same principle can be applied to quite a few different things. Same as birthdays, same as any other thing. I think the reason why many people struggle is that they build it up in their mind mentally, and physically that has an effect. If you sit there thinking, oh, it's going to be a big thing, it's a big thing, it's a big thing, it's a big thing, in your mind it will be a big thing. But if you just think, what, it's just another day, that does sound quite negative, but for me it has really worked. It's better than, sat there saying, oh, it's such a big thing. It does help. Another thing that's helped me is by keeping as busy as possible. And that might sound obvious, but with the dark nights approaching us and things like that, often humans can go into hibernation mode, and that isn't a good thing at all. We'll think, oh, it's 6 o'clock, it's pitch black, right, I'm off to bed. And many of us do this, but around this time, if you want to feel better at Christmas time, you need to fight against these urges. Because going to bed at 6 o'clock ain't going to help you make friends, ain't going to help a relationship, ain't going to help being active, whatever. So we need to do the opposite for what our minds and bodies is telling us at this time. So I usually push myself to stay up till about 1 in the morning. So I am fighting against it. I think joining a few more groups, seeing what else is available at this time, printing off groups, really pushing yourself, going for walks. I mean, it might sound daft, but you really do need to be doing the opposite to what your mind's telling you at this moment in time. Because no doubt you'll be thinking, right, there's now on TV, it's pitch black, I might as well go to bed and it's only 5. Many people do this. And this is the onset of depressive symptoms, and it's because of the dark nights, it's because of Christmas and things like that. So again, I do advise you to keep very busy. I mean, another thing that I think is helpful at Christmas is to really be kind, be the best you, really push yourself to the best you can be, physically and mentally. I do suggest volunteering at a homeless shelter if you can, or a sick cat and dog shelter, things like that. I mean, I've volunteered with the homeless, I've been homeless, and I really do, it does reap many rewards, doing this. I mean, you can make friends, you can feel better about yourself, and after all, this whole video is about feeling better. So if you can just spend maybe 2 or 3, 4 hours a week volunteering at the homeless shelter, I really do think that you will be able to feel better soon, because again, it's mixing with various different people, you're giving back to the community, you're not sat indoors or sleeping during these dark nights. And I think that really is a step forward. I mean, I've done it, and I did make a friend through volunteering, and so that's that. Another suggestion that I have is to keep the lights on as much as possible. Open the curtains, keep the light on as much as you can. I know it sounds cliche again, a bit daft again, but it's just common sense. It's dark outside, as much as, you know, if you keep exposing yourself to the dark, you will feel worse. So, you know, wear lighter clothing, have as much light in your life as possible, whether that be, you know, mentally and physically. Because this is proven, if you wear dark clothing during the dark hours, you will feel worse. I mean, oh, it's winter outside, right, I'm going to put a black t-shirt on. No. Why not put a white or, you know, purple or pink t-shirt on? Because, you know, you don't want to feel black. If you understand what I'm saying, that's going a bit philosophical there, but I do believe that the colours you are wearing as well has an impact on your mental health. I mean, I do like to wear white, I wear a lot of pink, I do wear a lot of blue, because these colours make me feel better. You know, if I'm always wearing a black t-shirt and it's black outside, there's no colour, is there? So yeah, I do believe that as much light as possible is very beneficial. I mean, a few people have asked me about these mood lamps that you plug in, and I mean, I'm not a doctor, I don't know anything about these mood lamps, but again, it goes back to the brightness. If you want to feel better during these dark hours and during Christmas as possible, yeah, I suggest maybe getting a lamp or getting as much bright clothing as possible. I mean, the final suggestion that I have, really, is simply, again, to be as kind as possible to other people and to really push yourself, because many people during Christmas get upset about seeing families, they see partners, they see everyone having a happy time, and they aren't having that, so they get jealous and they get very bitter about things. And I think, especially for me, I've started to feel the opposite. I think, you know what, I don't have much of a family, but I'm going to volunteer my time, and that makes me feel a part of something, if you understand what I'm getting at. You know, because sitting alone at Christmas, feeling depressed and suicidal and all these other thoughts is a really, really difficult thing for anybody. Never mind people with mental health problems. But I think, you know, it's sparing as much time as you can to volunteer for the homeless, volunteer for sick animals, etc. Anything with a really good cause, you know, helps. And I think the final thing I'm going to say is be good to yourself often. You know, during these dark hours and during these long winter nights, we can often forget to, you know, make ourselves happy, you know, pleasure ourselves, you know, do things that make us feel good. And for me personally, that's writing, that's playing computer games, that's board games, that's reading, because I'm a fucking nerd. You know, a lot of people have this mindset of, you know what, it's 5 o'clock, I don't have any friends, or I don't have a girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, I'll just go to bed. And that really, really is the worst thing you can do, because that just sets the mindset off, right, I'm going to sleep, and then you'll sleep the next day, and then you'll sleep the next day, and then you'll do no activities, and you'll end up feeling worse. I mean, if you like playing computer games, why not go out and buy yourself, or, you know, see if you can get another computer game, or why don't you keep playing them? You know, play them more. This is the time that you need to be using all of your resources to the max. And I think, you know, doing as much as you love, more and more and more, you know, because at the end of the day, you know, Christmas is a family time. And although as sad as that sounds, you know, if you don't have a family, you need to be good to yourself as much as possible. And if you want to feel a part of the community, go and do something, like I've already said. Why not volunteer at a shelter? Because then you will be a part of something. You won't be sat on your own. You know, going back to that computer game thing though, I've been doing computer games, I'm back into the swing of all that. I've levelled up my character, Supergirl on Injustice 2, and I'm loving that, But yeah, I've not got much more to say. I'm going to drop a few links in the description to the video, various voluntary activities around Christmas that you can get involved with. You know, and yeah, I've nothing more to say apart from treat yourself, you know, even better than you already do. Do as much as you know, do things that you make you more. 2, do something for other people often. 3, wear as much bright clothing as possible. Keep all the lights on, you know, make yourself lighter in all ways as possible. And 4, if you don't celebrate Christmas, and if you really want to cope at Christmas, try not to build it up in your mind to be this massive be-all and end-all. Because at the end of the day, it is just another day. And that might sound negative, but it is the truth. You know, the world will burst into smithereens you know, if you feel a bit shit on that day or the day before. Got nothing more to say. If you have liked this video, remember to hit the subscribe button. For get more subscribers, trying to get this up to a couple of thousand if we can do that. And if you like these things, you might like the new self-help book that's coming up, which is available to download soon from my channel, from my website, which is michelleprobyofficial.com. Thank you for watching again. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time. It's been Michelle.